Hello, welcome live to Radio Row at Super Bowl 58. My name is Roy Kessel here with Kayla Bradham on behalf of Sports Philanthropy Network, and we're so excited to have with us David Meltzer from David Meltzer Enterprises. David has been a longtime friend and ally of Sports Philanthropy Network, so we're very thankful that you're joining us today, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule.
Thank you for having me. And my whole mission in life is aligned with sports philanthropy. I learned from Lee Steinberg years ago that everything that we do should have a purpose or cause tied to it. In fact, it led me to write a book called Compassionate Capitalism, which challenges entrepreneurs, business people, billionaires, and millionaires to find light, the love, and the lessons in business in order to effectuate change, impact. And even Lee calls himself a social agent. I personally believe everything that we do in life should have a tie to social impact or to make this a better place or put people in a better position.
Well, we appreciate everything that you do. I know you've got your goals around the country as you do your webinars and give away a lot of your books and services for free. But you are right there at the forefront, as you said, in the days that you work with Lee and with the work that you're currently doing. Talk a little bit about how you counsel and advise those athletes to utilize their image, truly their NIL rights in today's lingo, how they can use those for good.
It's so interesting because sports itself is a bug light. Uh, and so one of the things I've learned is if one, the Super Bowl, for example, is a bug light, it's going to attract so many people and so much attention, but also the people that attend the Super Bowl are a bug light. And so I built a career. In fact, my second career with Warren Moon, the Hall of Fame quarterback, was based off of this bug light approach, not necessarily representing the athletes, but instead bringing the biggest names, the billionaires, the millionaires, the entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, and entertainers to the biggest events in the world and utilizing those people and those events to attract the awareness to what needs to be changed. And then to more importantly, which a lot of people ignore in philanthropy, to actually raise money or make money for those causes. My motto is not help a lot of people, have a lot of fun, and make a little bit of money. It's actually unabashedly make a lot of money to help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. And aligned with the Sports Philanthropy Network, that's truly what we're doing. You see, people are mistaken, uh, guys. They think the more you give, the more you receive. That's true only if you do two things. One, if you give, you have to realize what you're given. If you don't realize what you're giving, see, every philosophical, theoretical, spiritual, and religious text doesn't say the more you give, the more you receive. What it says is the more you give, the more you will be given. And we need to start teaching people in this network that you have to raise your awareness of what you're given. And then, even more importantly, you have to be worthy of receiving it. You can't be shy about, I just want to do good. No, no. You want to give as much as you can to receive even more and then even ask for more for good. And if we all do that, it'd be amazing how everyone would live in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone.
You nailed it. David, I have a question for you. You're immersed in sports and philanthropy and business. When did you see this problem that you just talked about? And when did you have this epiphany about the solution?
It was my mom. And my mom's 80 years old, and uh, she needs assistance from me and my siblings. And I couldn't understand it. I actually questioned my faith because I said, how could a woman who raised six kids, gave everything to her children, everything to the second graders, then a principal, then the Sunday school, and then the community? I found out later on in life that my mom in 1976, when my dad left with six kids, couldn't get a credit card because women could not apply for credit without a man, and she fought tooth and nail so that my three daughters can cost me a fortune with my credit cards, uh, and have their own. But I looked at my mom and I said, how is it she ended up with nothing when she gave so much? Not that the love of her children and the respect of the community is nothing, but I'm talking about economically. How is it that she needs help from her children, which is a blessing to me because the only reason I wanted to be rich was I could take care of my mom. That's still gives the biggest blessing in my heart. Now she doesn't believe it. She feels guilty, resentful, and sad, and you know, just embarrassed. And I'm not. But here's what happens: my mom gave everything, 100% she gave. And then I think she was aware of what she was given. People offered her help, people offered her, but she felt too shameful. And so she said, you know what? I give 100%, but I'm only worthy of 98%. And now her new 100% was 98%. And then she gave all that away and then it became 97. So by the time she was 80, her 100% became nothing. If somebody just would have taught her, feel worthy so that you can take care of more people and feel worthy of receiving all that you're given because you give so much. This was the epiphany. And I said to myself, no longer am I going to be ashamed of asking or receiving. And that's why, my gift of being able to raise money for companies has also now paralleled my gift of raising money for charities and for networks like the Sports Philanthropy Network.
So, David, when you talk about that, right? One of the things that's hard for people is they hear instructions from a lot of directions, right? So feel worthy, be worthy. What does that mean, right? So as I sit here, right, and Kayla sits here, what are instructions we can give to other people? What can they do to transform themselves so that they really believe that they are worthy?
It's really simple. Know your who. The fastest way to feel worthy is to ask someone who sits in a situation that you're already in or you want to be in for help. Ask. If you ask others for help, people who sit in a situation that can help you or sit in a situation you want to be in, and combined with that, offer help. So this sports network logo is very close. I'd lower the other hand and say, pull up a chair next to you and ask for a chair next to others. And I promise you, it'll be the fastest way to worthiness, that it is impossible not to feel worthy when people are helping you and you're helping others. It's the greatest sense of purpose and worthiness. And you'll be encouraged to get into the habit of not only offering help, which really good, generous people do, but asking for it as well.
I love it. I want to say thank you. I know we're short on time. I know that we'll catch up later and ask you for a message of hope to everybody who's watching this. But I want to say thank you. You are helping us build strong, healthy, inclusive communities. And David, you are using sports to create hope and possibility. I think that's what it's all about, right?
David, thank you so much for sharing time with us. We're excited to partner with you on some of these initiatives coming up in 2024. We know you've been with us from day one, and we really appreciate that encouragement and support. And having people like you on our side means a lot. For Kayla Bradham, I'm Roy Kessel with Sports Philanthropy Network. Thanking David Meltzer for joining us. Thanking all our viewers and listeners for being part of our community, and reminding everybody to live generously.
Thanks, David.